My name is Snehanshu, and I'm an IT alumnus of 2011. In my second year of engineering, I wrote a book that eventually became a bestseller. It was a normal comedy of errors of a geek who goes on his first date. And in my fourth year, I started up a venture. I got this idea that as a writer, I could feel that I could always monetize my creativity in terms of story getting published or novel getting published or articles getting published in newspapers. But our status messages or one-liners that I crafted on my own, there was no avenue to monetize that. So I created a website along with my batchmate, Apur. It's known as thewittyshit.com, and the whole idea was to actually monetize the basic creativity of the common man, that is, creativity of churning up one-liners. So our whole idea was to make common people famous for their one-liners rather than famous people getting quoted. And I steered the venture for 2 years. I didn't sit in the campus placements, and in February, owing to some personal reasons, I had to quit the venture. And right now I'm traveling across India, and besides two of my more books have been published, and I'm traveling across India just in search of my next business idea, as well as I'm meeting a lot of people across India, right from people like entrepreneurs to even the grassroots level of people, for example, beggars or even the truck drivers across. So it's a very different kind of a journey that I'm on, and I'm on for the next 6 months. So I'm traveling for the next 6 months. The whole idea is about promoting traveling amongst youth. There has been no person in our family who entered into entrepreneurship ever. So one of the most interesting things that happened was I had to actually pitch to my parents. So much like you have an angel pitch, my parents became my first angel. I gave them an hour-long presentation on PowerPoint and described them the scope of the idea, the vision that I had, and the amount of commitment and excitement that I had in pursuing the idea. So thankfully, they got convinced pretty easily. I would be really thankful to my parents. And right now I'm also writing a book on my whole entire startup experience. And just to share, the dedication of the book says it's dedicated to my parents for being my first investors, because they invested their faith in me. The book is about a person, it's totally our story, my and my partner's story, about how we chose the road less traveled and the struggle that we face in the next 2 years, right from struggle in making it big on the national scene to the struggle in earning every penny every month. So it's about that, and it will actually tell you the reason why I quit the venture at the brink of raising first round of funding. So one of the most amazing things that happened in Odisha was I hitchhiked on a truck. I went to Puri, and on the way back, I didn't take a normal route of a train or a car. Instead, what I did was I just waved to several trucks on the way, and one of the trucks actually gave me a lift from Puri to a small town named Peepli. And it was the most enchanting experiences. So one of the major things that touched me during that trip was the truck driver didn't take any money from me. When I offered him 50 rupees for the amount of time he spent with me and the amount of knowledge about all the truck driver's routine life that he shared, he didn't take any money. He said that I was an aditi to him, and I just contrasted it with the daily kitch of the auto walas that we face. Right, so basically I'm working on 2 books right now. So one was on my startup, and its subtitle says What Not to Do at a Startup. And the 5th book that is on my travel, it's called Route to Roots, and it's basically a hitchhiker's guide to India. So it's more of how to plan your travel across India on a very stringent, shoestring budget and make it happen. And also it promotes the concept of traveling solo. So one of the major things that I planned before traveling was I pitched to a lot of companies who might be interested in my trip. Basically, I have a reader base of around 60,000 people across India, and that too is very targeted. Those are majorly youth. So I mailed to over 100 companies who might be associated in targeting that particular segment of the people. And luckily, one of the major travel companies, Ixigo, became my part sponsor. I'm still searching for other part sponsors to make my trip totally sustainable. And interested companies or people may reach me out. On Twitter, it's Snehanshu.